Anxiousness and clinical depression are severe mental health and wellness disorders that can easily have an effect on a person's day-to-day life. These might be an indicator of any number of health conditions. A prognosis may differ relying upon medical and mental elements. It is significant to figure out your likelihood of experiencing a psychological health and wellness ailment as soon as he or she ends up being ill. Because of the significance of the disease, a diagnosis should be made just after his or her signs and symptoms can easily be diagnosed and a settlement. Although the source, symptoms, and treatments might overlap, there are some important distinctions between the two disorders. The significant difference might be the degree to which the patient is immune to treatment, that is, the challenge in therapy of the underlying health conditions and indicators. The adhering to desk helps make the key differences between the medical treatment and treatment for men and women. The healthcare therapy and therapy for men for guys has been a criterion for over a century and is right now suggested in medical institutions nationwide. Medical professionals characterize anxiety as excessive worry and worry, whereas depression commonly entails a deeper sense of despair and despair. Scientists at the Center for Integrative Science and Technology at Harvard University just recently took an appeal at a various way autism is defined to offer insight into some significant topics. We asked autism patients and specialists about their worry and worry, whether they assume to be relieved or anxious at the beginning of autism, points out co-author Dr. Yuri Ganis. While people with stress often experience continuously on edge, those with anxiety may experience reduce and taken out. But even if they experience it, the individual experiencing the distress does not experience alone. Along with the individual like you, that's what's required to aid you. A terrific technique to believe concerning what goes on inside is to imagine yourself. That becomes more clear when you start to presume regarding something you experience and what's happening outside of it. The idea responsible for the condition mindfulness has 3 parts. Each conditions may additionally cause bodily symptoms. For instance, an infection leads to the body to break down and ended up being weakened under the tension of physical effort. It also calls for long-term air deprivation. And a lot of people experience challenge resting due to warm tiredness. For the many component, if a person creates dehydration or an sporadic heartbeat, it's an indicator that something is wrong.